Good evening, everybody. I feel like it's been forever. It's been, I don't know,
Month.
plus months
6 weeks.
at this point since we have been back, but we are here. We are playing. I think everything's working. I hope everything's working. I see output going through. Sort of. Wait, yeah. You guys can hear me. Voice chat's working. Music is working. All right. I think we're good to go. So,
Hey, chat, if there's any obvious problems, yell at us.
oh yeah, just tell me. I'll
Please do.
yeah, don't let it sit. All right. Anyways,
It's like having spinach in your teeth. You just want people to tell you. Don't be polite about it.
all right. So, Adrian will be recapping what's kind of happened to this point, and then we'll get.
Thank
jumping
God,
right
because
into
I
the
don't
story.
remember a thing.
Okay, so there has been a lot that has happened up to this point. I will not go over all of it, but I
Aw.
can quickly get. I mean, dude, I did
No,
not
Channel
please,
your
have-
please
inner
don't.
Inigo
Please don't.
Montoya.
Please don't.
I have
Let me explain.
this
No,
many
there is too
pages
much.
of notes for our campaign so far.
If I
okay.
thought you could
Very
speed
much.
read it,
Let me
I'd say
explain.
yes.
Yeah.
I
Let me explain.
probably
No.
can, but I won't.
Sum up.
So in last session, we wound up coming back and distributing a note amongst the folks of the dock ward that we had found using some of Adrin's contacts. We go and we see Vajra. We tell her about it. She wants us to follow our lead, but takes us, I'm sorry, to the Silver Hand. My handwriting is shit, in case anyone wasn't aware, so that happens. We stay in the keep for the night, which was nice because, it's technically nicer than our digs. And Garvin winds up identifying the spell on the 4 others of us. It's a high level chaos spell, which also meant that we definitely let the cat out of the bag about that. We were like, hey, just FYI, this happened the one time while you weren't around, and now we have to deal with it. And he was mad. Coco and Adrian wound up going to the library while the others do their morning rituals and preparing of spells for the day and such. We actually found a few books, obviously, but books on the Illithid specifically and things like that. Also wound up finding a map of the sewers. We talk all the info over as a group, and then we ask Vajra if they can, or if she can fix the chaos spell. Turns out no. So that was a little terrifying. And then we wind up just saying fuck it and going to the dock ward to investigate. So we make our way into the sewers and find a hidden stairway down farther still. We find and fight some sort of some more devourers, a weird illithid controlled beholder, which we found out later is called a mind witness because Garvin's real smart. And after their mind flayer boss leaves, we tell Vajra, and she brings some folk from the Grey Watch. There was a portal which Vajra and Garvin decided to go through. Garvin got a little teensy bit ahead of himself, got a little bit scolded. Underselling the hell out of that, but we're trying to be nice to our boy. But long story short, it led to the Skullport, and it's infested, like 100%.
See, totally needed to go there. Totally needed to go there to find that out.
Yep, we definitely did, but it's 110% infested, like the next phase of Marvel, like secret invasion style. We're fucked. So they close and block the portal on their way out. That's kind of where we are. In the dungeons, or I guess in the sewers, underneath the city, having just realized that there are Illithid who have presumably taken over Undermountain as a whole.
Oh, not presumably.
I mean, if they're... Yeah.
Maybe not. But at this point, you actually have been told by Vajra to head back to your tavern. She's got to deal with some stuff. But this is way. She basically said this is way above your pay grade.
Mm-hmm.
That it's gonna this is gonna be something. But at the plus side is you guys have blocked at least one entranceway for them to be able to get in to the city.
Also, it turned out that Mind Witness used to be Xanathar, we assume, because our chaos is gone.
Well, you also
So that-
watched him transform.
Yeah.
You watched him
Yep.
Weird
ceremorph.
magic stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I did some
think I blocked
investigation
that out of my
to make
brain.
sure that
You.
the spell was gone because we
Yeah.
noticed the effect being there versus not. I think
Yeah.
that was checked.
I believe you are correct.
Because we used identifies to see if you were under spell effects.
Amazing how that works.
Yep.
But
So I guess we head home.
you guys head home. You see the sun starting to go down, so you guys have seemingly lost track of time since you've been down. You started early in the morning to make your
As
way
we
out,
tend to
but
do.
heading through the sewers and heading back out again, just the shock of everything that's happened, you guys notice that the sun's going down, it's getting dark within Waterdeep. The warning has already been sent out to Durnan to close off the portal in the Yawning Portal. And that they have been sending out scouts trying to find more entrances into Skullport to stop any type of incursion back into the city for now. You make your way back to the tavern. Cliff is sitting there inside, doing his usual, serving the rounds, as it's pretty busy within the tavern itself. Music's playing. You just nobody seems to have any clue on the dangers that are basically sitting below them as of right now.
Hey, Liv, can I have a drink?
Liv, actually make that a full round, and we will take that in my office if you would be so kind.
Can I get the boot? The one Murray usually drinks, the big one.
Give him what he wants. He's been through some shit.
So you guys head up into the office room.
So we knew we were fucked, but damn. Am I right or am I right?
I don't want to deal with this. These things are scary. Really, really scary.
I got an idea.
You always do. I rely on it.
What if we find a bunch of gith and we bring them to, deal with them for us?
I'm sorry, the music crescendoed right as you said that. It was too perfect. I can't help myself.
Gith.
I heard you. Where are you expecting to do that? Because last time I checked, they don't live here.
I mean, we could go find them. And I kind of tug on my amulet. It's Garvin. What else do you expect? Come on.
Oh no, this is exactly what Adrian expects, but he's still exasperated every single time. It's his job. He's your older brother.
Yeah.
We just got back from the Feywild, and now you want to
Well,
take a jaunt
and
into
I'd
the
rather-
actual sea?
Yes, it might be safer than in, this place with all the Illithid eggs and Illithid.
I'm not gonna say it, but you know I'm thinking it.
All
Fine,
right,
I'll say it.
so-
You're right.
We're
I hate
sitting
it.
here. How are we going to handle this?
Also, wait a minute. Where's Murray?
You
He's
guys,
not annoying me, and that's weird.
you guys noticed Murray didn't follow you guys up into the office. It looked like he didn't actually even come into the tavern itself. Yeah, as you guys were heading in, you'd think he might have gone back up into his treehouse.
I yell through the cup system that he has magicked into my office that is the bane of my existence, but exists. Murray, are you coming?
You don't get an answer.
Cool. Figure that out in a minute, I guess. So Astral Sea then? Is that the plan? Yeah?
I mean, I don't really know. I
Coco's
mean,
shaking her head.
it's above our pay grade. They said they were going to take care of it. Let's just
Everything's
leave.
above our pay
I
grade
don't
at this
care
point.
where we go, just not here.
Okay, do you want to go home again? We haven't checked in on Mum in literally 3 years.
Right, because after not seeing her for 3 years, she's not going to be.
Oh, no. She's aware that this one is not our What's in the Astral Sea? Lots of shit.
I mean, pretty much anything you can dream up, Coco.
And you're smart, so you can probably move. Don't ask.
What?
In the astral sea, you move by thinking, Coco. Like, if you want to be there, you just think it and you start going.
So he can do like flips and shit. Yeah, I know.
So as you guys are having this conversation,
Coco does a backflip just on general principle, and then
Yeah,
shrugs.
but like, but in a place where, I mean, but like, have you?
I know already knows how to do it. I'm sure she could just do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. But you normally can't, is my point.
right as Coco finishes that backflip, the door opens, Lift comes in, he's got a tray full of your drinks, and he sets them down on the table, kind of
Hey, buddy,
nods his
on a
head.
scale from 1 to 10, before you go, how dumb do you think it would be for us to go? Do you know what the Astral Sea is? Before I get too far into this.
See if he does.
I only know because Garvin was very excited as a child and made me read books.
He just looks at you and goes,
Okay, well, thank you for the drinks then. If there's problems, you know where I am, but, yeah, thanks.
and again, he bows his head again and turns around, grabs the tray, and starts heading back downstairs.
He's a good chap.
Coco's gonna go check on Murray, because no one has yet told her. Like, it's like, okay, Astral Sea. There are lots of things there, and you move by thinking. And so, she's gonna go see what Murray's if Murray is in fact in his treehouse or what's going on, because it's unusual for him to not come with them.
Okay. So you head back downstairs, you go outside, you start climbing up into this treehouse. You notice the lights, there's no lights on or anything, and it's completely
Murray?
empty.
Is there any indication that he came back here at all?
Nothing that you can tell is out of place, but again, you haven't been up there often enough to get a good layout. I mean, it's Murray. There's mushrooms all over the place. There's
But like, is his his stuff there? Like, usually we each have like a pack, a cloak.
You
or
don't
something.
notice his pack.
Okay. All right. I was just gonna go and or go back down the tree and do sort of a search around. When was the last time? When's the last time I remember seeing Murray?
You can just go ahead and roll a
Straight intelligence.
yeah, just straight up intelligence check to see if you can just recall.
That's a natural 1, so no. I was like,
I mean, as far as you know, you thought he had walked into the tavern with you, but you can't seem to remember.
Like, was it after the tunnel? Was it here? Was it? Yeah, no. Whew, gone. I have a great deal of sympathy for Coco in this moment because this happens to me all the time. All right, so she's gonna go and sort of poke around and see if he's at the bar or if he's gone to, like, I don't know, check the stores or also he was planting those Feywild mushrooms, so she's gonna go check there too. Like, she's just gonna go hunt around for him, see if she can figure out where he went.
Okay, so
She's not worried yet, but that's what Coco's poking around trying to locate Murray.
Okay, so we'll shift back upstairs to your guys' conversation.
So, hey Sahiri, do you want to meet our real mum?
Yeah, I'd like to meet your mom.
Yeah, she's great.
Just in a
She'll love
minute.
you.
Sound
You keep
issue.
us from dying. So,
Will she? People tend to not like me that much.
okay.
She should be. I mean, honestly, she banged the god, right?
Yeah, I was gonna get there in a slightly less on the nose direction, but yeah, Dad's a weird dude, to say the least.
Garvin's looking like flustered in general. Like this is not as normal. Even for him, this is a weird thing to say.
Yeah. I mean, she wed a god, full elven man, godly powers that she didn't know about until after the fact. But that's how she got us. Well, me, and then we took in him shortly thereafter, and she put up with us our whole lives. I think you'll be fine. Also, you're our friend, and so if you're our
I mean-
friend, she should treat you like her daughter. At least she
Like
did.
Murray,
And if someone likes Murray, they're definitely gonna like you.
As I won't offend her, I would love to meet her.
No. I mean, there's very little you can do to offend Mum, other than insult one of us, like, legitimately, or take us away for 3 years. So we should definitely, probably, almost assuredly warn the Harpers that she's gonna be on a warpath.
I mean, I think they have
proverbially
it.
speaking. I mean, they can take care of themselves, sure, but you know how she can be.
All right. Well,
She's
look,
not gonna be
if
an actual threat, but like, oh,
we're gonna Candlekeep, I'm looking up info on the Gith in the library.
oh yeah. Bring home books.
I'm not stealing another book from the library. Remember what happened last time?
Yeah, last time is why I'm not allowed in.
He gets a big grin.
At least not
So-
unsupervised.
Borrow it. You can even tell them that we're gonna bring it back,
Oh, we can
and
make
they know where we. What?
Just get
It's
ye
called-
old medieval library card.
Dude.
Little stamp.
So
One more time.
Garvin and Adrin will probably be able to tell you a little bit more about how Candlekeep works as far as the library is concerned. You can't
Garvin
actually
can tell you
physically
that.
take books out of the actual library. If you try, then poof, magically poof back in. If you find a way out of it, you usually are expelled from the city.
Unless you're the son of a god.
So, Candlekeep is very particular on their information, and if you ever find a book that somehow is out of the city, I'd be very questioning about it.
Yeah.
Because there's wards that are in place to prevent anything being taken out of it.
Although to be perfectly fair,
He's turned into a cricket.
No, sorry, that was my phone. I'm sorry.
I think I need to hire an exterminator. Although it is nice.
I mean, it sounded like.
Either way, that aside, Dad may even have a few books still laying around the house that Mum hasn't gotten mad and burnt or done any. I mean, she kind of left them in your room most of the time.
Well, I mean, is there anything else we need to do here?
No, not that I can think of. Sahiri, thoughts, problems, questions, concerns, comments, nothing.
Bring a book? I thought we needed to bring. I should bring something to donate to the library.
Oh, it's not a bad idea. If it's unique, they'll love it.
Yeah, they've been after that journal that I have for literally my whole life. No.
Yeah, you guys do
I
know.
just make direct eye contact with Garvin.
You
No.
guys haven't had to deal with it because you're from Candlekeep, but you do know new visitors into the city are required to bring a book that they do not already have or possess, or at least some sort of written something that needs to
So
be
I'd say
donated to the library in order to be able to get access.
Mortuary records. Would they like those?
can you legally take those?
Are we allowed to make copies?
They're my records.
Oh,
I mean, I was why not? If you
Again,
don't,
they're my notes and my records. So
alternatively, I could just write
for
another
paperwork
book.
with Waterdeep,
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Knowing who died in Waterdeep at certain times might come in handy
Yeah.
for somebody sometime.
official records that are
Alternatively-
in the books that have to go to Waterdeep, and then there's my notes as I deal with things.
Yeah, that seems much easier than me writing another book, so I vote that.
What about Coco?
I just have to stop by the mortuary and pick up one of those.
Shit. Looks like I am writing another book. And I just whip out a new notebook and I'm like, The Life of Coco. Cool.
It's going to be a very short book.
Coco, you know a lot more about yourself and your past, as you were able to find a lot of that stuff in that year time frame you were.
Which you still have yet to send me.
You?
Yep.
Coco knows. Does rather know.
I was 90% sure I sent that information to you, but okay.
Well, at 10%, sometimes that's all it takes. Sorry, I'm.
Or it
savvy.
may have gotten like sucked into the ether somewhere.
It's in our tell. There's a DM it's just
Is
a
there?
picture with 18
Oh,
pieces
that
of
I-
information. Yeah, you do
oh,
have
that,
some.
oh yes. Oh, okay, that yes.
Yeah, so you know
Sorry.
things
thought
of
you
your
were- I-
origin and where you may have been from and that kind of thing.
Yes.
So you do have some stuff that you can supply to.
Supposing,
Adrian.
yes. Supposing they're
Actually-
interested in that.
Garvin, now that that's the option on the table, which realistically, I mean, I banged out the last bit, banged out. Huh. Interesting choice of words there. Do you remember the book that I wrote about the cultures of halflings? I mean, I whipped that out in. Wow, word choice tonight, Adrian. Good lords. I managed to write that tome in a few days. There we go. So theoretically, I could write it on the trip, but given that we will need to
I
take a boat
mean-
to get home, I'm going to need to buy a special magic quill that can write things for me so I don't have to use my hands because I'm going to be barfing.
Or we could just see if she's got a book somewhere that she doesn't want.
True.
And I look over to Coco, like
He's
quizzically.
outside.
Coco's unless the DM specifies otherwise, Coco's probably still out looking for Murray.
I'm just going to
And I
open
think
the
that's when
window
Garvin
behind me.
realizes you're gone because he never really paid attention enough to notice. Oh, she's
I'm
not
just gonna
here.
Yeah, I'm just going to open the window behind me that I'm willing into existence because this is my office. Coco! Can you come back? Please and thank you.
Now, Coco, had you left the premises or were you
No, she's poking around the ground.
Yeah, she's in the backyard.
at
Okay,
the
so
bar
yeah,
downstairs, and she probably finished up at Murray's Feywild mushroom patch.
okay, so you've heard Adrian call out your name.
Okay, well if there's a window, Coco's just gonna fly up.
I'm used to Murray doing that.
Hi.
That's going to take a minute. Hello. Do you have a book of any sort of interesting information that you don't want? Or are we writing a book about you?
No.
Okay,
Um,
we're writing a book about you.
We're gonna go to Candlekeep, and new visitors have to give them a book for the first time to get in.
But Mum is a great cook and she's going to love you. And you can hang out with me while he goes and does book things. I only learnt to read last year. That's okay. I'm gonna write it.
Who was like, why would I have a book that I couldn't read?
That's valid. I didn't think of that. So I'm gonna go try and find a magical quill. I'll be back in an hour or two, I assume.
I mean, you could just write a children's book.
Haven't written a children's book before.
Pictures.
Could give it a go. Yeah, could give it a go. Branch out and more realms of. Okay.
I mean, at least then it doesn't have to be very long, and then you can just use a little bit of her story, so not everybody knows everything about Coco.
That's true. Or, Coco, how much do you know about other Kenku? Shrug. Okay, not much then. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, is
Um,
Coco even all right with people knowing her story?
About the mushroom lady
Ooh, the mushroom lady.
is a kid's book.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I do have what 30 pages of notes here on
Oh,
adventures so far.
I know what you should do. You should do the Dreamwalker, the journey to become a Dreamwalker, the giant.
Oh, Garvin, you are a fucking genius. I don't know why I did that with my glasses. Yeah, but I kind of still want that fancy quill. Can I go buy it?
Why don't we just get it tomorrow and we can all go?
Yeah, that's fine.
Murray's not here.
Murray's no. That explains why I'm significantly less annoyed than usual. But I do. That's weird. And
I probably just went
sucks.
for a walk.
At what point do we worry
Is his stuff here?
than usual about Murray?
Oh,
So right about that time, as you're saying that, there's a scratching, like a pecking noise at the window.
push without looking.
There's a crow sitting there at the window.
Come in.
It hops into the room and it opens its mouth, and you hear indistinctly a Murray voice. Let's hope this plays properly.
Sorry to do
He does this.
I need to head north ASAP. You'll slow me down. Stay safe. Be good. Sorry.
What the fuck?
Why is he going north?
Who fucking knows, man? Why does he do anything? If he needs us, he'll call us.
Probably Harper business.
So
Probably.
the crow kind of hops out back out the window and takes off.
Wait a minute. Garv. Oh, goodbye. Weird crow thing.
I mean, that means he's within a few miles.
Does it?
I think so. I'm
Can't he
pretty sure that
fucking
spell
walk
doesn't go
through
very far.
trees? Oh, that spell. No, the one that I'm talking about. Okay, I understand. But I mean, he said stay safe, be good, we'll slow him down, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to... I mean, at some point, one of us will eventually learn to communicate at much longer distances, and we can check in on him if the need arises.
I mean, if we find a sending spell scroll, I can do it.
Perfect. We could go shop for one in the morning. Anybody else want anything while we're shopping? I'll make a list.
It's a good question.
No?
I
Okay.
wonder what the hell they sent Murray after.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. He's from the north, so this may actually not be Harper business, because I feel like if it was, he may have clued us in a bit more. So it may be something with his tribe group. I'm not really... He was kind of cagey with the details of the culture of Firbolgs, so...
I mean, I thought he was like a goblin king or something.
Maybe he needs to go do goblin stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna miss him, obviously, and Mum's gonna be mad that we didn't bring him, but only for like 2 minutes until she sees Coco.
What?
Are we really
you,
sure he sent that bird?
No?
I don't think any of us thought to insight check the bird.
Can we, like, after the fact
Retroactively
Yeah,
insight check the
can
crow.
we?
Not really. It's not there to, but it's
Okay.
also, I mean, it's more. It was a messenger as far as you can tell. So
It's a crow.
It does seem very Murray.
Thing to do. Sorry,
Yeah.
had to go. Be back when I can. May,
I mean, he
may
didn't even
tell
give
him
that.
for bless him
He just
with
said
safety in his travel.
sorry. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry. Is that a good Murray? No? Okay. I'll work on it.
Garvin's drinking on his booze.
Yeah.
So, again, it's getting late. You can hear some of this, the music and the fanfare in downstairs starting to slowly die down as things are starting to quiet down for the evening. People are slowly making their way back home. They don't want to. A lot of people don't want to stay out late, considering what's been going on. They don't know what the actual problem is, but they know people have been disappearing, and there's been definitely a higher guard presence. But people have definitely not been staying out as late as they once did.
You know what? I'm actually gonna given everything going on in the city, I think I have a new um policy to instigate with the bar. Excuse me. And I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna wait for the song to finish. I'm gonna step up on the stage and say, "Good people, thank you for coming. The ghostly leaf will be changing its hours for the next few weeks, possibly longer, for the foreseeable future, effectively. We will be open an hour earlier and closing an hour earlier. So, all of you who are now being ushered from the premises, you can have your first drink tomorrow on me." And I just nod to Liff to like take a head count.
And
All
as
of
soon
you
as you
have a
say
wonderful
free
evening.
drink, everybody
Be
goes
very safe.
huzzah and holds up their beers.
Yes. Yes, wonderful. Have a wonderful evening. Be very safe. I do hope to see you all next time I see you. You can leave now.
You kind of see people kind of coming to the dawning realization of what is happening, and then you see people just chug down their beers.
Yes.
Some
very
leave
good. Very
some
good.
coins
Very
on the
good.
table and then kind of usher themselves
Yes.
out the door.
Don't forget to tip your wait staff. And thank you for coming to the Ghostly Leaf. We will see you tomorrow. And I bow.
You hear somebody murmur about,
And then I tip the
you wouldn't have to
bards.
tip your wait staff if you paid them properly. Motion, blah blah blah. And they quickly head out the door.
I gestured to one of the wait staff to like grab him. Do they do it?
No, they don't catch them in time.
I pay you guys well, right? Yeah? No? Do you need a raise? You guys living comfortably?
They shake their heads like they one of them speaks. We make enough in tips. It's fine.
Okay. Well, you know where my office is if you need anything. But
That didn't come from us.
Actually. Oh, I know, but it raised an important concern. Worker happiness is important.
I
Where
mean,
do
he'll
we
pay
hang
you
out in
more
the
if you
morning?
ask him. All you got to do is say, "Hey, we want more money."
He's not wrong. We do make quite a bit. I will give you a raise if you need something. But that being said,
I mean, we'd
we are
rather you be
leaving.
loyal, right?
Shut up. Yeah. So we are going to be leaving probably tomorrow. We are going to head back to Candlekeep. Would any of you like anything while we are out? We are going to be doing some shopping in the morning. I can leave it here for you. Do you need anything?
Although we are going north.
We're going home, idiot.
Garvin's like winking terribly.
Your eye's twitching. Stop that.
He just kind of rubs it like he's got something in it.
I will bring the two of you back. Some kind of bakery confection from Mum, as usual. But do you need anything before I, let you go home for the night? I'll clean up. No?
Everybody shakes their heads. You don't get any. Everybody seems to be pretty content with how everything's are. So.
All right, wonderful work. The city's not the safest, as I'm sure you know, so I do want to let you folks go home a bit early tonight. I will clean up. I may recruit my brother into that endeavor, but that's yet to be seen. Get home safe. You're all wonderful. Have a good night.
So everybody kind of goes about their own things, and you hear some murmurs and stuff like that, but everybody seems to be content, and eventually everybody cleans up, everything's back to normal. Last person out leaves, Lift goes over, locks the door, and he just kind of goes,
Great. So while we're out, obviously you're in charge as usual, Liv. You hold down the fort as well as any person living or otherwise ever has. So fantastic.
he goes back and just starts
good.
polishing the bar. At this point, you guys probably are pretty worn out from the day that you guys have now had, and
I still clean up because I said I would, but that's gonna be my last thing for the day. So
I'll half help him, like halfway through it. Garvin disappears at some point, not saying anything, and goes to sleep.
I'm not rolling anything. I fully expected that. Him helping as long as he did is surprising.
eventually you guys all go to bed. Uneventful night's sleep. You guys get up the next morning, and quiet. You hear some noises coming from the kitchen. It looks like Lift's preparing breakfast and coffee for you guys.
Ooh, wonderful. Yes. So I think the last time we ran into Volo, he told us where his favorite shop is, didn't he? Because I need to go get one of them fancy quills that I can talk at, like he has.
Yeah, and we should probably return these. And I point to the badge.
What badge? Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they let us, like, I think she knows where we are because of them.
Okay, we're going to Candlekeep. Why is that a bad thing?
I don't really like the idea of somebody knowing where I'm at.
Fair enough.
It's
Okay.
creepy. I mean, where'd they know if I'm in, like, the tavern's bathroom?
I somehow doubt it's that specific unless they are very close by. But I
mean, what if
understand
you
your
can just
concern.
cry on it and watch us doing it?
Ew. I already said I understood your concern. Thank you so much for that image living in my head rent-free for eternity. You fucking twit. I pour something in my coffee. It's definitely alcohol. So, off we go again. Yes? Yes. So
Well-
we go shopping and returning of things.
We'll let you just get the shopping out of the way. We're just gonna kind of speed through that. We're gonna
Literally all I want is a quill that I can dictate to.
Okay. Anything else you guys need for the travel? You guys can mark off.
Sending spell scroll. What would that cost? That was the only other thing that was brought up. If we could
Right.
get one.
Let's see. What's the spell type? It's based on level and I think
3rd level, I believe. It's either 2nd or 3rd.
come on. I think it's Xanathar's. It talks about spell scrolls and
I almost definitely have like an empty, like blank book too. So
let's see.
Sending is 3rd level evocation. And then you'd have to look at the DMG to see rarity, or look at items.
There we go. That's what I was looking.
Spell scroll rarity, 3rd level's uncommon.
Okay, so not that expensive. It's about 100 gold to buy a common spell scroll. Or uncommon, you said 400 gold for an uncommon spell scroll.
okay. Are you buying your scroll, or are we buying your scroll?
I mean, you said you were gonna buy it. I mean,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't have a lot of platinum on me.
Hey, I'm just making sure that I pull enough money before we leave. We're good.
And Garvin shows you his pouch. He's got 25 plat, 18 gold on him. That's it. I mean, the rest is put out. There's
Yeah?
you know, there's money back in the tower.
Yeah. Okay. And you two, you're sure that you don't want any new shiny baubles of any sort? I mean, this is free range shopping trip at this point. I know we just did this, but we're doing it again. I love shopping, in case that's not clear. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just go to my office, grab enough money for the day. I mean, I still have
I have
like
my armor, so I don't need anything once I get that eventually.
oh,
That's right. We have that to handle.
that's not gonna be done today though.
How many more days do we need?
I think it's been
You can
2.
go ask.
So they told you a 10-day. I'm pretty sure.
We'll be
know,
home in
Yeah,
time.
it'll be fine. I'll get it eventually. It's not a big deal.
Why don't we have him ship it?
To Candlekeep?
I mean, it should be pretty safe.
Hey, one less trip on a boat. I am not complaining.
I mean, it's up to Sahiri.
Like, we'll get it when we get back. It's
We can easily have it shipped. It's not a problem. We're gonna be at home for like, what, a week, you think?
I mean, probably long enough you could ship it.
Yeah, it's fine. He loves research, so he's gonna be fucked off into the library for gods know how long.
I mean, Sahiri, you could learn so much about Kalemvor there.
You could. Not that I think there's too much left for you to learn.
Garvin
I'm
doesn't even
magic.
think about whether or not he's done anything wrong with what he said.
I mean, yeah, you guys have free reign to. I mean, once we show up with these books for you two to give them, you guys are allowed in and out of the library, you know, under mild supervision, much more mild supervision than I am allowed. Don't ask. I will stay at home. Perhaps torture some childhood bullies.
So you guys kind of get your shopping, whatever you need.
Yeah.
you guys do know it's a pretty decent travel. You can take ship, or you can just kind of ride down as well. There's a pretty long gap between heading towards to get to Baldur's Gate from there, and then heading south. So,
Yeah, I think we're gonna take a ship. It's
okay.
It's a faster route. How much are we spending on supplies and chartering and everything else? Also, if there's any way to get me like ye oldie um what's that motion sickness medication, guys?
Dramamine.
Yeah,
Dramamine.
can I get like D&D Dramamine?
I mean, can't you just get some really strong pipe weed?
Ooh. I do need to write a book though. Fuck it. I write my best when I'm
So
out in my head.
the ship ride from Waterdeep to Candlekeep it's about 500 miles.
Yep.
So that'll take a couple days travel at least, probably more like 3, depending on speed. But there are charters that go back and forth between there because it is right on the coast.
This is why shipping the armor wasn't an issue if we wanted to do it.
So, pricing on things. I'd say all told, you're probably going to look at 500 gold for all 4 of you for that long of travel, and ship plus any supplies. So you guys can split that up however you want, but
I'll take care
I
of.
handed the captain an aquamarine worth 500 gold.
Okay.
I have 4 of
And-
them.
Garvin is going to bring an extra 40 platinum and disseminate it amongst the crew.
Oh, I have my travel money.
No, not us.
Oh, the
ship's
crew.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that.
He's paying the crew 40 platinum, splitting amongst this guy's crew and giving them money. Just kind of as a nod and thank you as we're all getting on the ship. Like basically greasing the palms of every sailor on this boat so that they're very happy with us.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
like,
your
you
guys are
know
going to
who
be
we are at
taking
this
a
point.
sailing ship. So you guys are going to be a larger ship, larger crew, but it's defensible and all that kind of stuff, just to make it so it's a safe travel along the edge of the Sword Coast. So.
We are
Yeah.
sorry in advance that you have to put up with our shenanigans. Here's money.
It is a larger ship than Captain Legs' ship, so that was considerably
Cool.
smaller.
And then it was 400 for your spell scroll.
And I'll make an Arcana check because Garvin's going to spend the 6 hours to copy that over.
Should be a pretty easy check because it's
24. It's a 13 DC that I made that
Yeah.
flying colors.
yeah.
Yay, new
Oh.
spells.
Yeah, I'll add that to my book. Sending's a good one to have.
Yes, it is.
I love utility spells. That's my favorite. I know everybody's
Alright.
always excited about damage spells, but give me a good utility spell and ooh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We all give Garvin his privacy with his new utility spell.
Oh boy. Cool.
So the travels, as I said, it's about 3 days travel. The weather at this time of year is pretty decent, so you don't have to worry about any rough seas. You're also not going terribly far out. It's going off the coast just to be able to protect themselves from any type of offshore attacks and things like that. But for the most part, they're sticking along the edge of the coast itself and making its way south. So you guys are doing whatever you're doing. We're gonna kind of speed through this, but yes.
Can I roll a performance check for how well I write this book? as I'm in whatever cabin I have blitzed out of my mind, dictating to my new shiny.
Sure. Now you're in the
thingy?
common cabin, so you're really not. It's not going to be peace and quiet. So
That's
there
fine.
is no cabins. This isn't a
Him.
luxury liner.
Okay, that's fine. Performance. Aw, 14. It's not the best book I've ever written.
But it's well enough. You're writing this about Coco, right? Or are you doing another one?
I think we're
no,
actually
no, it's
writing
the
this.
Dreamwalker about Thog.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
it's
doing about Thog,
the
okay.
story of the Dreamwalker.
Okay.
Thog the giant.
So were you doing this as a children's book, or were you doing this as a general's book?
I think this will be my first children's
Okay.
book.
So a 14, it goes off pretty well.
Cool.
Drawing's a little more crude than you were expecting it to be, but the story seems to be flow. And if you were to read it, you as you read through it, you're like, this tells the story pretty well of exactly how we dealt with Thok. Okay.
I did a pretty good job, but that's the last time. And I look at the quill. That's the last time I let you draw the pictures.
On the last day, early in the morning, you guys off to the east, you guys notice a large city. Just based on the proximity of it, you're pretty sure it's Baldur's Gate. You realize you've made it pretty far south at this point, that you're not terribly far. Probably by the end of the day, you guys are going to be in Candlekeep.
Hooray! I hate that city. Have I mentioned?
Candlekeep or Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate. Bullies. Although that's true basically everywhere that I've been as a child.
I mean, Candlekeep's pretty nice.
Candlekeep is great. There's only one guy that I need to torture while we're there. In a small way, lowercase t.
Do you need help?
No, that's uppercase T when you're involved, Coco.
Okay.
I'm just gonna plague him with pranks like I do Garvin. Because you guys are gonna have fun in a library and I'm gonna be bored.
I mean, you should probably go into the library, see if you can find anything about those rainbow dragons.
Yeah, maybe. I will see how I will see if the staff has changed over since last time we were home and is slightly more amenable to the idea of Adrian Morningstar entering the premises. Although I think my name's still on a plaque that says do not allow or something. I don't know. We'll try.
All right, so the rest of the day, again, pretty uneventful. You guys eventually come up to it, and there's just with Candlekeep, it's a small external port that's outside the city because you can't just take any type of vehicle into the city. So there's a small, little, almost annex port where things are brought in and out from the edge of the city. You board off, make your way up the hill, and you can see the city of Candlekeep itself. I had this written down. I had this all prepped out, and
While you're looking, I hand Coco the book, and it's now gotten, you know, my little. I took the time to stitch the spine with the title, and it's got my name on the front and everything. I'm like, give this to them when they ask.
So, Coco and Sahira, you've never been to the city. It is large.
Coco has. Yeah.
You see, again, large walls surrounding the outside of the city. There's a giant spire in the back, right along the edge of the water. But there's this number of towers. You've been in Waterdeep, which does have its own wall, but this is smaller, more enclosed. But there's more towers in the smaller area, so it's all, you know, things seem to grow upward as opposed to outward because the city is kind of built a way that it's not going to be able to expand beyond what it is. There's a large gate, and you see a line of people kind of waiting outside the entrance of the gate. You see a number of people ahead of the line. Some of them are tightly gripping books in their hands. Other ones don't have anything in their hands. And as you kind of watch, you see they walk up to the doorway. Those without anything in their hands are basically, you see they're turned away. You see them, the guards kind of shake their head and point head off, and you can't quite hear what they're saying, but you see the person just kind of angry walking off, stomping off if they're not allowed entrance, whereas other people are bringing a book, and you see the guards kind of looking through it, and they kind of make their way through. Eventually you guys get up to the entrance.
Do I recognize the guard?
Sure. Do I have a name for him?
I can whip one out. I got this.
So
I cannot wait to get into the hearth.
So what you guys actually see, it's not a standard guard. They're actually men dressed in purple vestments. So they look like they're priests. You recognize one of them. His name is Half-Ear.
Half-Ear! How's it going?
Oh, who let you
Oh,
back here?
come on. I live here. Fuck off. How are
I
you?
mean, we're heroes now, anyways. Apparently saved the world once.
Or twice.
And I
Show
can
you that.
walk. So you can't tease me for that now, can you?
Don't push your luck, kid. He'll find something else.
Garvin shrugs.
Oh, you're lucky your mother
we
still
brought
lives
some
here, or I
friends.
probably wouldn't let you back in.
Look, they brought some books.
With everything that we have done for this city, or I guess I should say with everything that our father has done for this city, you would dare deny me entry.
For
Shut
what
up,
you have
love
done for
me.
this city, you are lucky you're back in.
Oh, I know. That's why I said, shut up, you love me.
All
I
right.
mean, I'm sure he could make a very nice donation to Candlekeep, given his new station in life.
Elbow, elbow, elbow.
Ow! What are you doing that for?
You know very well the only donations we're looking for are books.
Presenting our friend Sahiri with records from Waterdeep's mortuary, and our friend Coco with my new children's book, The Adventures of Thog, the Dreamwalker.
So Half-Ear
He-
goes
he's-
to Sahiri first and takes the books. Huh. That's quite a history of morbid. It's death within the city, but that's quite a record.
It's what we had.
I mean, it's historical facts.
I knew
Comes
he'd
with
be
the
excited.
territory?
Well, I'll make sure the Avowed take a look at this, but they'll the rest of the Avowed take a look at this. They'll probably want to. All right. Well, that grants you entry. Coco, was it? Let's see what you have.
It's
Let
based
it be
on a
known-
true story.
Yeah,
we were
this one
there.
doesn't go in the fiction section this time. We did this. This actually happened. I swear on Dad, this happened.
Well, your writing is at least improved. Same can't be said for your
Thanks.
drawing, unfortunately.
I'm sure you could update that.
I'll send you a new copy when I fix it.
All right, fine. Your friends are welcome to enter as well.
Thank you. How's your mum?
She left the
That
city
good,
some time
huh?
ago. She's just... I haven't
Oh.
heard from her in a while. I'm sure she'll return when she's
Yeah,
ready.
we are in a similar situation.
She's not in Waterdeep, is she?
No.
All right, good.
That's yep.
Why is that good? What is wrong with Waterdeep?
Oh, nothing. Nothing's wrong with Waterdeep. Nothing at all.
It's not Candlekeep. That's what's wrong with Waterdeep. Can I go now?
Yes. Take your new books. Bring them into the clerk as you enter in.
All right.
know the
Also,
rules.
tell your sister I said hi, and I wink at him as we get out of throwing things at me range. Hadron's a cheeky fuck.
So you enter the
Coco's
city.
looking slightly bewildered at the whole. What the fuck just happened here?
Isn't it amazing, Coco?
So yeah,
We
you
grew
guys
up
enter
here.
in. You notice, even as you enter in, there's some buildings off to your left that are kind of look some like an inn. There's a small little temple. Off to the right, you see again large round towers. They kind of, you think possibly that they're housing of some sort, but then off to the west or directly ahead of you as you enter in, there's another large gate to be able to enter in. That you still don't seem to be in the city proper at the moment.
I've forgotten the beauties of queuing in this fucking city.
You know, there might even be some Gith here, now that I think about it.
That'd be cool. I could interview them.
I'm gonna give this to you guys because this will be stuff that Adrin and Garvin will know of the outer section, basically the Court of Air.
Oh, that's where Garvin's already mentioned the hearth. He's wanting to go.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You do know the books you need to be taken to the
House of the Binder.
The House of the Binder.
Yep.
Well, turn in.
Where's our house in this, you think?
Your mother would be staying within the pillars of pedagogy. So, but you guys are nobody outside of the higher ranks live with outside the or inside the actual gates of the city itself.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I was getting ready to have
Break
us
time?
take a break. Anyways, guys, so we're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah.
We'll come back
We
up.
can
We'll
narrate
get
the
here back
grand
up.
city when we come back.
Yep, and we'll
Yeah,
be
man.
back in just a little bit, guys. Hang tight. All right, welcome back. I think we've all had our break. Technical issues have been fixed. I think we're all good, ready to go. All right, so the party has made it into Candlekeep itself. Now they're only in the Court of Air, which is the main entrance to Candlekeep itself, basically, where most of the visitors are allowed into. So,
at this point, Adrian is full on tour guide mode for these two. Like, and on your left, you can see blah, 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 blah. And, like, without outwardly saying anything, I am very clearly, even with your insight, Garvin, I am very clearly leading us towards Mom.
Garvin just, I'm gonna go head to the hearth, and he just starts walking
Oh,
that
no,
way.
no, 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 no. You are not gonna do that to me. No, no, no. You know where we have to go first. I'm not walking in
Look,
there alone.
I want to get a meal and I want to get cleaned up before I see
Okay,
Mom.
do you want to do all of that for free? Because I want to do
No.
all of that for free.
Oh, you can. I'll see you later.
Okay, if you really want to deal with that shit show in a few hours, that's up to you, little brother. Far be it from me to tell you how to live your ever-shortening lifespan.
Look, I really just need to clean up first.
Dude, do you think she's gonna care? She hasn't seen us in 3 years.
Maybe I
It's
care.
almost your birthday. If we don't go see her, we're dead. Like, dead. She's not, like,
All
an
right.
adventurer or anything, but we're dead.
All right. What if I send her a message that we're in town and we'll see her later?
I like that plan, except that you know Mum as well as I do, and she will come find us. And that's gonna go only slightly better than not going. You know
At
what I
least
mean? Like,
eat and get a bath first.
I mean, you're bad at lying, and she's definitely gonna ask us when we got into town. You're
Garvin
bad at
just
lying.
casts sending, "Hey Mom, Adrian and I are in town. Do you mind if I get something to eat and have a bath first before we see you?" I don't know if that's 20 words or not. I think it's more than 20 and it probably cut off.
close enough. You don't get a response in words, but for whatever
I just see him
reason,
doing this and go,
you get an
no.
immense emotional response that you were not expecting.
What kind of emotional response?
Anger.
Well, now
I
she's
already
mad.
know. Oh, really? She's mad. Go fucking figure. Who could have called that? Oh, wait, that's me. Oh, wait.
I
I
know
called
you
that.
want to avoid, but
Go ahead.
I would give anything to see my parents dirty, starving, or not. Your mother
Yeah,
would probably
dude.
give anything to see you.
Dude, we gotta go home.
Uh,
Mom's got 2 new kids that she needs to meet. We gotta go home. Uh-huh. No, I've been hitting the source since we walked into this fucking city. Trust me, I get it, but I mean, me not so much about Mum, although thinking about it, and he pulls out a flask and takes another pull on it. Yeah, but she's a lovely woman. She's not gonna kill us, literally, maybe a bit figuratively, but we can definitely blame the Harpers. We can get away with this. Just let me do the talking. And she's definitely gonna let us take a bath and eat great food. Do you really want to go to the mess hall? Ugh.
Garvin casts another sending to her.
You should see your mom.
And
Oh, he's doing it again. He'll
he's
be
totally
with us
doing it
in a
again.
moment. No, I say to them, he's doing it again. He'll be with us in a moment as soon as he gets screamed
Look,
at.
I know you're angry. Do you have food there? Or maybe you can come meet us for dinner or lunch?
You get a
I'm
message
just gonna
back.
go out on a limb. Go ahead.
The hearth. Asked for Shrine of Denier.
All right, we're going to the hearth.
Cool. 2 birds, 1 stone. Ooh, sorry, Coco.
Shrine of Denier? Shrine of Denier? You'll figure it out, Adrian.
I'll what? Oh, fuck you. When we get close,
And I
as I'm
repeat,
tour
I
guiding-
repeated a few more times, like hopefully, because Garvin didn't quite pick the name up because I didn't.
I didn't either.
Shrine or Shine of Denier, one of the two
I
sounded
didn't
roughly.
either.
Is what it
gonna
roughly sounded
wait
like.
until we. I'm just gonna wait until we get like to the hearth, and then I'm going to wildly cast message inward, hoping to get Mom, and be like, "Hey, Gavin sucks at this. What name did you tell us?"
You don't actually hear a response back.
Fuck. Okay. Hello. We've been told you know. Do I know this person?
So hold on.
Before I start assuming.
As you guys enter into the hearth,
It's probably
Or-
Shrine.
Yeah.
as you enter into the hearth, the first thing that those of you not been to Candlekeep notice is, well, it's bigger on the inside. You walk in and it's huge. It's so much bigger on the inside than it looked on the outside. The outside, it was like a small, modest looking tavern. There's some light coming out, a pair of small windows on either side of the front door. It just looked like a normal tavern. As you walked in, it's huge. You see a large clockwork device suspended in a 2-foot diameter in the middle of the room with a faintly glowing crystal orb embedded in it. For whatever reason, you can see the magic light extending from it and kind of reaching out throughout the entire space. You see a bar. Looks like it's about 20 people. There's round tables throughout the entire room, plus some rectangular tables with benches. There's cushy chairs that are surrounding this fireplace in the center of the room. This is just a large, but looks like very comfortable space. There's a number of people sitting at tables. A number of them are sitting here either reading books. Most of them are cloaked. At the bar, you do see there's an ogre sitting at the bar reading a book.
Well, that's something you don't see every day, even in Candlekeep. Cool. Yeah, I look at them and see their eyes like bugging out. I'm like, it's cool, right? It's
How far is
bigger on
the-
inside.
How far away is the ogre?
He's probably about 30 feet at the end of the bar.
Garvin walks right over to him. Hi, name's Garvin. Who are you?
Oh, pleased to meet you. My name is Little One.
That's a funny name. They call me Legs. I mean, mostly because my legs don't work if it wasn't for this armor.
Well, I'm called Little One because, unfortunately, back before I got this, and he taps on his head, and you see an intricate band wrapped around his head. I may have killed a small creature who was smaller than me, and I just kind of... The poor halfling didn't stand a chance. And since then, I felt exceedingly guilty. So, in his honor, I kind of adopted the name Little One. Now I've made it my duty to learn as much as I possibly can.
Well, I mean, you probably didn't know any better. I mean, is that a headband of intellect?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is.
I'm pretty trained on things. I think I've seen one of those before.
I unfortunately, as soon as I put it on my head, all this knowledge immediately rushed in, and I immediately felt guilt over snuffing out that poor small creature's life. So I've atoned to it by devoting the rest of my life to knowledge. And this one's been extremely interesting. He flips it over, and you see the title written on it. It's Storm King's Thunder by Scryer's Fink. It's like, oh,
I've read that.
You read that?
Yeah. It's good.
It's
not just historical.
it's about a group of adventurers searching for the Storm Giant King, Hecaton.
We met a stone giant and helped him on his quest to be a dream walker.
Really?
Yeah, did you see the name Thog in that one, in that issue?
Not that I've ever,
don't
not that I
remember
remember from reading it so far, but I'm not quite finished yet, so maybe he'll appear in there. But no, it's mostly about Hecaton's disappearance and how the giants rose up and caused all sorts of trouble within the Sword Coast many years ago.
Yep.
Whatever those adventures did,
Good
they
book.
seem to have resolved the issue. So
Now, does he have any sort of markings of status within Candlekeep anywhere?
no, he does not.
Okay. So he's not like an employee of the library or anything like that. Like nothing Averum or the like.
Nope. He doesn't have
Okay.
robes of the Avowed. He doesn't have any type of scholarly robes or
Avowed
clothing.
is what I was thinking.
Yeah, he looks like, I mean, and the fact that he's a visitor, so he looks like he's just been there just to learn.
Well, if you get a chance, there is a book on. It's a children's book. You'll have to forgive me for that. But there's a book on the Dreamwalker in the. Well, it'll be in the library soon. Did you? Is that still in your pocket? And I look at Coco.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What? What was in my pocket?
Is the book still in your pocket, or did we actually go turn those in?
I don't know, DM.
Oh, we
You had
the-
probably
did
need
you
to
keep the book?
be right back.
You
Oh.
have not stopped there yet.
We will do it after we see Mum. No, we
I
will
look-
do it after. I will
Um,
smooth it over. I can smooth it over with the officials better than I can smooth it over with Mum, and you know it. Don't fuck with me.
He gives in. He doesn't really push.
I can't do fire here, but I can do lots of other shit. Don't fuck with me.
By the way, I used my 2 warlock back slots to so as we're resting, I'm getting those slots back for
I mean,
sending.
it's fitting too. You used your powers from Dad to talk to Mom.
He's not gonna tell her that yet.
Oh no. Um.
That's a different conversation.
Cool. Well, little one, my name is Adrian Morningstar, and as I mentioned, there will be a book in the library by the end of today, I assume, depending on how long it takes to get through whatever
Coco will hold it up so he can see the cover.
this book. It is about the Dreamwalker, of which we mentioned, Thog. It's a cool story. We were in it because it happened, and I wrote it. So if you're interested, check it out.
Well, I will add it
I
to
don't know,
my
just
list.
making
I get recommendations from the Vowed pretty regularly, so I will take that under advisement.
We are going to make Thog famous if it kills us.
Oh,
I think Discord is frozen
Oh no.
for
yeah,
him.
it looks like both of them are
They're
frozen.
frozen for us, but Justin's not frozen on stream.
That's weird. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Weird.
Interesting.
I think he realizes that now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Do the dance.
There it goes.
Hey.
And we're back.
Could you guys hear me at all?
Nope.
That was weird. Okay, I can hear everything. Everything was working on stream, so I had no idea there was a problem. And
Yeah,
I
until
checked.
we're like,
Guys.
what's going on? What's happening? Yep.
okay, so little one takes it under advisement, says thank you very much, and he'll add it to his list of books since he uses the Avowed regularly to get book recommendations.
Look, we're just about to have dinner with my mother. You want to sit with us?
I'm not much for polite society for the most part, so if you don't mind, I'll just continue reading my book here and spend the time
That's
on
okay.
my.
Clearly, neither is he. And I pat Garvin on the shoulder. But enjoy your reading. Thank you for the pleasant conversation. We're gonna be off. Why? Why do you do this to me every time? I can't take you anywhere.
What
Even
do you
home.
mean?
I don't know. You will do anything to delay the inevitable. Is there someone here who we can who looks like a hostess or like host of the? Who
There,
do I go to ask his name?
let's see. I mean, there's the barkeep.
Ah, yes. Hello, barkeep. Do I know them before I launch in? I'm gonna
You've
ask you
seen
this
their
a
face, but I
lot.
don't think you've really been in the hearth too often to have gotten a name.
Nah, Dad probably snuck me in here like twice, max. Um, Hello, barkeep. I'm Adrian Morningstar. This is Garvin Morningstar and our friends Coco and Sahiri. We are looking for my mother, our mother, Rain. She told us to ask for, what was it? Shrine of
Near.
Denier is what she said to ask for.
Right, yes. She is already in there. Go up those steps there. Take the second right. Just walk through it. These are Demi-Planar Chambers, so it looks like it's just a wall with a slight indent in it. Just walk through. It's just a portal. You'll be fine.
Cool. Wonderful.
Coco
And I'm fully
immediately looks
pretending I've never
deeply
been here
put
before.
upon because another fucking portal that people are just being
Coco.
asked to walk through willy-nilly. She's
Coco,
starting to get a complex about these things.
Do you understand now why we are not adverse to walking through random portals? Because we grew up in a city where that is kind of more or less the norm.
At least we know it's on the other side of this one. It's on
Yeah,
my.
Mum.
Hey, by the way, I'm glad I used sending. It probably wouldn't have got to her otherwise.
Yeah. Come to think. Thank you very much, barkeep. Up the stairs, second door on the left. Got it.
I hate portals.
We know.
So you enter up. You see, it's almost like a small alcove, but it does have a door. And as you grip the doorknob, it opens into a much wider open space. It opens into what looks like a 30-foot square chamber. Inside, you see a shrine sitting there. If you want, you can roll a history check if you want to know more about who Denier is, or if you can recall.
I don't remember anything. That's a 10.
17.
Okay, a 17. You know, Denier is the god of writing. So, there's a shrine.
So my God, if it wasn't for Dad, oops.
So on the other side of the room, you see the shrine. You see sitting in a chair, you see a woman. You instantly recognize as your mother.
Hi, Mom. We're home. We brought
Hi.
friends. Again.
3 years, and that's the greeting you give me.
Please don't kill me. Look, okay, so we have a lot to talk about.
We saved the world.
We did. One, possibly 2 times. The jury's still out on the second one.
Yes,
we
yes,
wound up in
saved
the
the world. I
Feywilds.
got the most of the information already, but the least you could have done before you left was write me to let me know where you were going.
It was faster to just show up.
It's my fault. I didn't really think about the effects of the Feywild before we went in, and he was in love with what was ending up to be a rainbow dragon. So, I was just trying to help my brother chase down his lost love.
Oh, as usual, Adrian, you don't think with the right brain.
Wrong head.
Garvin's like half
Um,
hyperventilating.
We love you. We missed you. These are our friends, Sahiri and Coco. They
Hello,
adventure
Adrian
with
and
us.
Garvin's mum.
On the plus side, you're both alive.
Yes.
So,
And I wrote a new book. It's not great.
And I can
not
walk.
bad. He can. She knew that.
are you
We've seen
eating well
that
enough,
since you were
Garvin?
No.
Yeah.
No. I am, but he's not.
Call it mother's intuition. I don't know. So what? You can't possibly just be coming here just to see me. What are you doing all the way up here?
Would anybody know if we spoke of anything sensitive in here?
Honestly, I'm here 60% just to see you.
This is a demi-plane. It's
knew.
protected. There's nobody can hear unless they're in the plane itself.
Or Dad.
Well, let's just say the entirety of Skullport is turned into an illithid infestation cesspool of breeding, and they plan to take all the Waterdeep hostage.
Yeah, you remember that first letter I sent you when we got to Waterdeep, where I mentioned that we met, well, we kind of saw, a thing, one of those blah 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 dudes that I can't remember the name of because I'm very nervous because I'm sure you're gonna kill me.
Yeah, I didn't want to stay
That
there.
may have
It was not safe,
spiraled.
so we left.
What exactly have you
We
gotten
love you.
yourself wrapped up in?
I mean, the Blackstaff's taking care of it. I mean, she said it's above our pay grade anyways.
So we came home.
You ran away.
Maybe to find a Getsari army to come back and kill everything for us? You know,
I nod
Rockma,
vigorously.
like I read
We ran
about.
away. We're good at running away.
I mean, we usually come back and fix the problems, though.
Eventually.
right.
I mean, you wouldn't want to go on a Rockma, would you?
I do.
Hugs.
Gith are a little intense. At least the few that I've seen here.
Oh, there are some. I thought so.
I don't know if
It's
they'll
almost
be
your
what you're
birthday,
looking
that's all
for,
you can
but
fucking talk about.
maybe they'll at least be a guidance or at least can pass on some information for you. I don't know.
I mean, it's either that or we have to deal with the Lich that's trying to kill one of our friends.
Nice.
Illithid, Lich. Want to get
We own a bar.
Gith involved.
Oh, we do. We
Dealt
own a
with the
bar, and there's a
Feywild.
ghost. He's the best bartender ever.
Speaking of,
we-
do you need money?
And we
'Cause I have
gave
kind of a lot.
poor people back a ton of money that got stolen from them in Waterdeep.
Yep. We say Waterdeep. Like 1.5 times now.
And I started an orphanage.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we named it after you.
Well, you've done nothing but keep yourselves busy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But you do realize you just ran away from your home and everything you've done to build there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had to do it before with the Feywild.
And we had to come see you, Mum. Smile. Hugs?
I don't really want anything eating my brains.
I don't want anything eating his brains either. Shit, that's half what keeps me alive.
Certainly not yours.
Nope. That's
You
the
have
wrong
way
head
too
for me
much-
to think with.
You have way too much of your father in you.
Yep.
I was just trying to be smart and not be around trouble until I could handle it.
Why do you hang out with us?
Sometimes
Um,
sometimes stepping back is the proper solution to that situation.
Hey, look, we did it right.
I mean, we won't know until later.
Shut up.
What? I'm right.
Yeah, but sometimes
To be
right is a
fair, you
bad
may have
thing
come to the
be.
right place anyway, because at least you can find some information on different things.
Yeah.
I mean, it was better than my original solution, and that was just heading to the Astral Sea and finding a Rockma there.
Yeah, I convinced him that was a bad plan. Didn't I, Coco?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah.
But if you can find one of the Gith within the library, perhaps you might be able to get them to pass it on to their companions, and maybe they'll be able to send a contingency to aid in Waterdeep's plight.
Oh, that'd be way easier.
I raised my hand.
Yes. You-
Coco gives you.
So
You've
it
never
is-
had to raise your hand for me before. You can just, speak.
Is the interrogation portion where you yell at us over yet?
She's not yelling.
Yeah, well, sometimes even when your voice isn't loud, you're yelling. Get it from Mum.
I am happy you're alive. I am happy
Me
you've
too.
come to visit.
Me too. I reach over and nod his head.
But remember, you at the same time, you seem to have set a place for yourselves.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome to come visit whenever you'd like. We
And I'll
have
take you
extra
up on that.
rooms.
When maybe there's
I
not the
own.
threat of having my intellect stolen or my brain
Yeah, as
stolen
soon as we
by
fix,
creatures.
as soon as we fix that one, totally free game. We have extra rooms. I own the whole building. I actually own the building across the street now too. We're helping our blacksmith friends expand.
I mean, didn't we
Next
say
door?
we wanted the upstairs for the place across the street anyways?
Uh-huh.
So why don't we
Wait,
make
we
her
did?
an apartment? I don't remember. Didn't we? Because the other people
Garvin
moved
with
in
the
that we
big
kicked
brain.
out.
Yeah, Garvin with the big brain. Look at him.
He always did have the big brains in the family.
Yep. Sure shit wasn't me. I'm the people person.
He made
But yes,
friends with the open lord of Waterdeep, Mum.
we did. Lovely lady.
Gary.
Wonderful. Great skincare.
Well, when you're basically a demigod, I suppose that you kind of keep your looks for a while.
I don't know. Did you met Dad? But yeah,
Yes.
these are our friends, and Murray kind of disappeared on us. He said he's got something to do way up north. I'm not terribly concerned about him until he sends us word that we should be, but I'm just making sure you know where all of your adoptive children are.
I was wondering where he was. He's kind of a large presence to have missed.
I mean, he asks about you a lot, oddly.
He did.
He tends to talk a lot in general, but
Yes. But I brought you two more new children to love, in addition to us, who you mostly chastise.
Coco looks slightly dubious.
well, Coco, Sahiri, you are welcome here anytime. Friends of my boys are family of mine.
I mean, Sahiri saved all of our
you.
lives plenty of times. She's an amazing healer.
Sahiri is great.
Yeah, if you want to thank anyone for us being alive, it sure as hell isn't the two of us. It's
Probably her.
sometimes we call her party mom.
I don't say that. They do.
No, Adren does.
Can I make a recommendation
Murray and
and
I said it a
not
couple of
actually
times.
call her that, because that's somewhat of an insult.
Ooh, that's a good point. That explains why Murray came up with it. Whatever. Sorry. But you do kind of keep control of us. It's like herding cats, I assume.
I mean, I don't
has
think
to.
she keeps control. She makes sure we're safe.
Sahiri keeps us
Yeah.
safe.
And less dumb.
You safe. And you guys keep me safe.
We
It's
blow
true.
things up.
Well, with that, perhaps we should have a meal,
Yeah.
and then you might want to have your plans laid out for tomorrow to find whatever you need within the library.
But that's a him problem. I'm
Mhm.
hanging out with you.
Research party.
Adrian, I think I can get you back into the library. I think they will forgive you for once if I ask them nice.
I mean, I assumed that was true, but I was just trying to hang out with you for a bit.
I
haven't seen you in a
appreciate it, but
minute.
I do have things of my own that I need to have, considering, I was given minutes of warning that you were arriving.
Love you. I did try to tell him that we should actually come and see you. I'm just gonna sit down and eat my food now. I look very sheepish.
We have to be warned by the gate guards that you were arriving was not exactly my happiest of ways of knowing that my boys were coming to visit.
Well, I kind of wanted it to be a surprise. I also figured that it would be faster for us to just kind of show up instead of
Wait,
try to somehow
if-
send you a message.
if you're being warned by the guards about us arriving, are you doing more work in the city now?
I've been doing research for my own, just trying to pass the time. I mean, it's been 3 years by myself. There's not much I can deal with necessarily on the farm alone. So I've done work and I've hired people to kind of watch the cottage and keep an eye on the farm for me. I've been keeping busy here within the library myself.
It's good.
I didn't know it was going to be 3 years.
Neither did I. We are very upset with the
And we saved Dad's
organization.
life.
But oh, I missed it. I wasn't listening.
I said, and we saved Dad's life.
Oh yeah, we did do that. It's just hard to imagine Dad needing saving from fucking us. Oh, by us, not from us. Gods.
I hope he was appreciative. Sometimes he can be a little selfish in those regards and forget.
I mean, Garvin's got some neat new tricks.
I wasn't going to tell her that unless
Oh, I know.
you need to.
What do you mean some neat new tricks?
I mean, I can do things like he can do.
And I just kind of like make a flower, specifically the ones that Dad used to leave for her, blossom in my hand.
Huh.
See, even I can't do that.
Where did you learn
cool.
that little trick?
Dad.
I mean, Dad just kind of gave it to me.
Oh, that's his play. Okay.
Do you
Alrighty
do
then.
magic too?
I don't think so. She's just normal commoner, I think.
Oh,
No.
Up to you.
Coco's asking. She's like, everybody else in the family does magic and or is a god.
No,
Him being a god is why I do magic, technically.
mostly
Let us
tended to the
recall
farm.
how Coco thinks about magic.
That's valid.
Magic is not always passed down from person to person either. A lot of people have magic that's learned. Sometimes it is
Like him.
inherited.
Like me. It's also why I occasionally
Sometimes
just
it's
explode.
bargained for or given.
And I like small, like almost just barely above the table at like towards Coco and point at Garvin. I am.
Look, I didn't think I was going to be able to do it without his help.
Yeah.
And he needed ours through it too.
We saved
So
Dad,
I don't
we saved the
know
world,
I
and
made the right
Garvin got
choice or
some neat
not.
new tricks.
Regardless of the choices made, your father is now a part of you.
But hey, it brings us closer as a family, doesn't it? Power's as good as blood. Right?
Can be. Could also be
That's
very
kind of
dangerous.
how I looked at it. I mean, yeah, but Mom, I burnt down the first barn because I fucking exploded. I know magic is dangerous. But like
Lucky
he's
that was the lightest
responsible
of
with it
things.
most of the time. He's responsible with it most of the time, like 85%. He's
Just
actually been remarkably useful.
keep
with
each
it.
other in line.
Uh-huh. That's why there's two of us.
That's not always a good thing with you two, but
No.
I'll tell you what. How about we get sending stones and Adrian can keep one and you can keep the other and the two of us can keep in touch. Or three of us.
Because he can do that now on his own, in case that wasn't clear from him doing it twice. I told you that was a bad idea.
you know, I actually like getting your letters.
Okay.
It had a little bit more personal touch, but if you want to get sending stones, we can get sending stones.
Oh, Mum, if you like the letters, then they will not stop, regardless of sending stones.
Then I'm
they
not
will just
solely
be
relying
less
on memory to
pressing
deal with
issues.
things.
That's true. It will just be fewer. Like the sending stones will be in case of emergency. Like, hey, we maybe leaving the plane kind of situation. But I'll keep writing you letters. I like writing them. I even put little hearts on the eyes, just for you.
Very well.
Yes.
With that, shall we?
Yes.
Doing all right for money?
Oh, I'm doing just
Yeah.
fine. I mean, as said, I do a little bit of research for people. I will hunt down books and I'll recatalog them within the library. It's just menial work, but I'm also, if essentially I've rented out the farm, so there's at least some funds from that. So I'm doing well enough. Plus, there's not much you
We
need
got-
within the city itself.
Got more money than we know what to do with.
Speaking of renting out the farm, did they mess with the fields at all?
No, they've just maintained the fields, and I made sure that was part of the agreement.
Fantastic. I do need to refresh my stock.
One day we'll have a talk about that.
We've had that talk every year, like clockwork. Actually, let's see, what day is it? You're late with that talk.
I mean, maybe
But then
we're
again,
late.
I'm late talking to you, so that's
You
my
you
bad.
see
Never
an
mind.
massive eyebrow raise from her at you saying that she is late on something.
I shrink. I visibly recoil. I love you. I'm sorry. I promise not to wind up in some crazy random plane for an extended period of time without notice ever again.
Dinner is waiting. There's a table near the bar.
Yeah, I thought.
We're not
Okay.
having it in here. It's just chairs and things in here. It's not really. It's a shrine. You're not going to eat within the shrine.
Garvin kind of like is fumbling about his stuff, and he, here, Mom, you can have. It might come in handy around home. And he just gives her his immovable rod.
So she's got a. You hand her basically a metal rod. What do I do with this?
You press the button on the end. You can't move it. It'll even sit in the air. And see, and I click the button, and I let go.
He's only gonna get in more trouble with it. So
Huh.
it's better for you to have it. I don't know how you're gonna use it, but I imagine you'll come up with something.
I mean, if she needs to lift anything, there's a million things you can use it for.
Ooh.
We'll keep traps on that.
It's worth gold. She doesn't want any gold from us.
Ooh, you could build like a little platform on top of it and use it as a step that you don't have to cart around as much because it floats and it can't kick out from underneath you. So if you need to reach something high, you just climb up on it.
I will use it as needed. Thank you very much for the thought. So she leads you guys outside, back downstairs, and there's a large table. You notice when you get out there was a paper sign on it that said reserved. You sit down,
We follow her like duckling.
there's a large course meal laid out. There's steak, potatoes, different vegetables. It's a nice, hot, fresh meal brought out and waiting for you.
This looks good.
Ooh. Oh, since I haven't been sending you letters for a bit now, I just hand her my notebook.
I mean, maybe you
I'm
can
gonna
leave it
need
here.
back, but-
Just take a new one with us.
I mean,
The important things.
Yeah. I guess I could. Would you like that? I still have dad's.
I will gladly take that. That's quite a personal item, and it'd be interesting to see more detailed explanations of your exploits.
Ooh, actually, and I just snatch it back and I like flip a few pages, very clearly like hiding it, and I rip out a couple of things, and then I close it and hand it back. I'm like, that's a little too personal. You don't need to worry about that.
Typical Adrin.
Some
Talking about his boyfriend.
hmm some sketches of some things.
To each their own, I suppose.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks,
with that,
Mom.
dinner is served.
Yay.
So you guys have a nice meal.
I'm gonna try these apples, Yuri. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys eat dinner. It's delicious. Everything was fresh, nice and hot. You drink whatever you want to drink. It's now, again, late evening. So I've already arranged for rooms for you. So if you need to stay, there's plenty of rooms available here for you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
In the meantime, the entire court of air is yours to
Fine, thank you.
do what you need to with. I'd avoid the pillars right now. They're pretty filled with research going on.
About what?
Oh, there was a thing over in El Terrell not that long ago that people have been researching what happened and trying to chronicle all the information there.
Now, if I had to hazard a guess, dear mother, I would assume that you are one of those such people who is researching that event. What can you tell me? I'm interested.
Less research and more gathering books and replacing them back in where they belong within the library.
Okay.
But
Well, anything interesting?
from
Tidbits?
what I heard, El Terrell fell into well, it fell into the first level of hell.
Whoa, we haven't even done that. That's bad.
It's returned, but it's pretty much in ruin.
Yeah,
They're getting themselves back up.
imagine those
Baldur's Gate
stuff.
had a response with it, and they were worried it was going to happen to them next. There was a big hubbub, but it seems to have cleared itself up. And rumors had it that Zariel herself has actually been redeemed.
Who?
Wow. Big plays.
Is which one's Zariel? Yuri.
You can roll a history check if you want to know if you see if you can remember who Zariel is.
Coco has no idea.
I do know. I
She's
lied.
like, who?
I rolled a 20.
18.
Okay. You both know Zariel was a fallen angel who was the basically was the leader of the the devil forces within Avernus, which was the first level of hell, basically. The first level of hell.
The badass boss bitch. She was oof. Big
Wait,
boss
is that
lady.
lady?
The what?
What's that?
The fallen angel?
Yeah.
So
It suddenly dawned on me when you asked.
So there's a little bit of concern of what that's going to mean for Avernus with the loss of its lead, of what that actually will mean for the power vacuum that's been left there. So
I mean, hopefully we don't get it's probably going to be bad. Something nasty will take its place.
we always worry when Asmodeus is planning his next move.
Who?
King of Hell, like capital K, capital O, capital H. King of Hell,
The High Lord of the Hells.
Oh, but
the head honcho of the head honchos.
Coco doesn't know these things.
No, that's fine. That's why I'm explaining it to you, because I haven't taught you everything yet that I know, because that would take
A
old am I
long
now?
time.
26 years.
But that's just kept me busy. It's kept me employed, and it's kept me comfortable.
Well, you should expect to receive money that I don't know what to do with every so often, because I have an absurd amount of that. Like, terrifying amount of that.
Again, I don't know much what I would do with it. I have well more than enough than I need to be able to survive as it is. So. But if you choose
Whatever
to,
you
that's
want,
fine.
Mom. Better you don't know what to do with it than the two of us don't know what to do with it. And you know as well as I do that that's true.
Okay, fair point.
The last time I had 10,000 gold that I didn't know what to do with, I bought another building. And that was, like, last week.
Not sure there's necessarily a problem with that, but okay.
I mean, I don't 100% know what I'm going to do with all of it yet. There's plans for exactly 2 of the floors now.
Didn't we help
one of
that
which is going to
Genasi
be an
couple?
apartment. Yeah, that's the first floor. And then the second floor is now going to be an apartment for you. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the third floor yet. I might just give it to him, because that tower is not that big.
I mean, you could always ask your hopper friends.
Yep. Good point. Oh, that was the plan, wasn't it?
I mean, I think for part of it,
Yeah, I mean, that is a whole floor. I don't think they need that much. But giving them the room that looks out over our building is a good idea.
Regardless of what you, because I've kind of got a little bit of animosity from a couple of you on them. Kind of blame them for your not contacting me, but I think for the most part they did message me more than once.
Yes.
I mean, I don't really blame them. I mean, it was more of Adrian.
Well, okay, so they knew that we were going to the Feywild, and they at least had an idea that it may be some ridiculous amount of time, and they didn't feel the need to warn us at all, which feels a bit
I mean, but they
shitty.
could have thought we already researched it and thought about it.
And if I'm not mistaken, what I found out from the Feywild is that it could have actually been longer there and shorter here. I mean, time is relative there.
Right, and to your point, Garvin, they've met me. They know I didn't research that.
Yeah, but they also met me.
Touche. I have no more arguments. I'm going back to my stew. They are good people, though. I'll give them that. They've done a lot of good. Both for us and through us.
No organization is perfect, but for the most part, they do try. From what I have seen and read, just trust me, there's plenty of writings on most of the organizations here. Their aim is at least to find balance within the world.
We're helping.
And they do look at the greater good.
Yep.
They don't always make the right decisions, but they at least try and do what's best for everyone.
Hey, perfect. That's why we fit in. I'm just gonna go back to my stew now.
Okay. So the rest of dinner goes off without a problem. You guys just banter on back and forth with different things. It's evening. Dinner's finished. You've had your drinks, and Rain says it's
probably too much.
It's late. I do have work to do in the morning. I will be in the library. So if you need me for anything,
I need you to get me in. But I can call you.
I will take care of that when I first enter, and I'll make sure that you can get in.
Oh, I was kind of hoping I could call you and I could, like, see you for 30 seconds on the way in, but that's fine. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. No sass. I promise. And I pointedly push my alcohol away from me.
With that, I wish you good night. Sleep well, and I shall see you tomorrow.
Hugs.
Yeah, she'll hug
Grab
both
I
of
don't
you.
ask this time. I
She'll
hug her.
even come up and
Yeah.
hug both Coco and Sahiri as well.
Told ya.
It's good to meet you. You are welcome anytime.
Thank you, mommy.
Coco does that thing where she's, they're not quite expecting to be hugged. It's like, oh, okay, hugs are happening.
That's mom. She's great. Terrifying, but great. You shouldn't be scared of her, though. Just us.
So
That's
you
not
guys,
scary.
you guys are pointed to your room by the barkeep. Each room is nice. You guys actually have each individual rooms. Single bed. They have some drawers for people who are staying for a longer time. A writing desk.
Yes.
They have a bookshelf with numerous books on it. You can see they're all copies. They're not original works. And they have the stamp of Candlekeep on them.
Oh wait, can we retcon that we went to drop off those books
Oh,
before
yeah,
we went
yeah.
to sleep?
So
'Cause
you-
we will 100% be in trouble if we don't do that. Like, I can get out of a lot of trouble in this city, but not that much.
Yeah, you guys go to the House of the Binder. You guys turn in your books there. You see another line where it says services for certified copies. So they'll do certified copies of any book. Of non-magical tomes. And then there's another one for spell services.
Hey, you should look into getting some cool new spells while we're here. Come to think of it.
Probably. I mean, it might be a good idea. I'd bring a lot of money with me, so you'd have to pay
Oh,
for it. But
I did.
look, honestly, I want to get a bath first thing in the morning.
Yep. I'm down. Down to clown. Have not been to the bath in, well, technically 4.5 years.
I think it was like 3.5. I mean, not really. It wasn't 3.5 years. It was, I mean, when Murray, you and I came through last. Technically, it was 3 years, but it wasn't 3 years for us.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, it was like
You
6
will-
months
you
ago.
you will never understand humor.
I'm gonna correct myself. You guys are not actually in the Hearth staying. The Hearth is just the bar and restaurant. You guys are in the House of Rest next door.
You will
No
never
worries.
understand humor.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Just go to bed. It's gonna be weird sleeping in the city and not sleeping in our childhood home.
He's a little weird.
Yeah. You wanna go visit when we're done in the library tomorrow?
I don't know. Maybe you should ask Sahiri and Coco what they want to do.
Yeah,
It's a pretty
that's a
cool
good idea.
city. Maybe they want to explore.
Tour guide Adrian. Again.
True, Adrian does seem to do the tour guide thing quite a bit.
Yeah, I grew up here, so it's kind of like my whole shtick when we're here is like, hey, I'm gonna avoid thinking about all the terrible things that have happened to me in this city by just telling you all the cool things about the city.
Um,
And then the funny bad things.
so you guys head to
I
your
imagine
rooms.
this is like our conversation on the way to our rooms.
Yeah.
Eventually you guys split off. Head into your rooms for the night. And I'm actually gonna probably end us a little early tonight, just because.
Okay.
Getting back into the swing of things, we'll have a normal full session in a couple weeks, where, full transparency, things were changed a little bit in the plans, and I'm gotta rework some stuff. So, but I think we're in a good spot.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Research party next time.
Yes,
Yay.
the party will be looking in the library. We'll find some stuff and we'll deal with something, and maybe something with the library will start a new little adventure for everybody. But either way, guys, as I said, we're gonna call a little early this evening. But it's good. It'll get us. We're getting back into the swing of things. It's been a little while since we've played. And
We've remembered how to D&D, everybody. It's very exciting.
And we'll see how things shape up. I think the visit to Candlekeep will be a good thing, and it'll be a good distraction away from the terrors of that are brewing beneath Waterdeep right now. So, as I said, so we'll be back 2 weeks from tonight.
If I may just add one thing.
Oh yes, go ahead.
I think the last thing that we would see as like the camera like pans away and fades to black kind of situation is Adrian begins dictating the first chapter of the book that will be the adventures of our party.
Ooh.
Okay.
Exciting.
Excellent.
Since he's by himself. So fuck it.
Okay. So I will be back on Tuesday. We're finally going to start Resident Evil 8. I feel like I'm now a week behind everybody else, but that's fine. It's
the thing about Village.
Yes. I've had it in my library staring at me installed since Friday, and it's taken every bit of ounce of willpower not to play. So I have held off. Tuesday night, we're gonna play it. We're gonna finish it Tuesday and hopefully be done by Saturday between the 2 different nights of the stream. So that's my plan for the week is Resident Evil 8. That's just where we're going with it, because
Nice.
Very nice.
I just refinished Resident Evil 7 in the previous week. So again, I should say I've already beaten it once. And then the following week, if I'm not done, the game will finish it that Tuesday, and then Thursday I'm going to be on Rhythmic's channel. That's not next week. That's the next week before our next session with our continuing our Eberron campaign, and then we'll come back to this on that Saturday. So that'll be the plan for the next couple weeks. So hope you guys enjoyed. It was a little rough getting back into the swing of things, but we'll be good to go next time, and I think things will go really well. So have a great night, guys, and I will see you on Tuesday night. Have a great one.
Bye, folks.
Bye guys.